Hi, my friend. How you doing? Caveman, Pioneer Shepherd in the house. Welcome, everybody. How I am? Oh, today I feel like lethargic a little bit. I feel lethargy. I don't feel very good. I don't know why. Привет. Как дела? Wesley. Salute from New York. Salute, brother. Like and share the live stream, please. I don't feel so good today. I don't know why. I really don't know. Maybe the virus will catch me or something like that, or I will catch the virus. One of those way. I don't know. I'm not like yesterday. I try to drink this coffee and I'm still like I don't have power today. How is everybody doing? How is the atmosphere of the new year? It's coming. It's knocking. Okay, in California. You are from California, Scott. So I write I if you guys see in the green, the most common disease in LGD and livestock guardian dog. Now I'm in Boston, I'm not in Russia. Feeling New Year's coming. Yes, I feel the same. And I have the feelings that this new year will be much better than 2024. 2024 was karmic year. There is a fog in Belgrade. It's cold. It's cold. Today is raining here. Maybe because of the weather I feel like powerless in my body. And hope my brain will work well to respond to you guys. Because today I'm a little bit off, honestly. Maybe the coffee needs a little bit more time to kick in. But still I don't feel that it's for coffee. I feel a little bit sick. Thank you, Scott. I don't know. I don't think that I get cold or something like that, but today I feel like I'm off. We turn off the notification. We don't need distraction. Okay, so let's see that other people to come and join with us in live and to talk about this topic of today, the most common disease in livestock guardian dog. For the people that I really like your accent. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you will be okay. Maybe mullet wine will help you. I I need to take vitamin D3 because last year when I was took this vitamin D3 I was feeling very good, healthy. I didn't catch no virus. Everybody at job was with corona. I didn't catch corona. Everybody get infected with corona. Me, I didn't get. Because I was taking high dose of vitamin D3 with K2. We definitely like and respect your channel, your dedication to promoting education on the livestock, dog breed and more. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate your support and I appreciate your words. I come over from Australia. Scott, that's good. Once you start feeling better, then go to eat a very strong, heavy meal. For now, just eat light and consistently. I don't have appetite. Wesley said vitamin D3 plus K2, zinc, and vitamin C. Oh, this vitamin C it's not working. Vitamin D3 plus K2 and zinc are amazing. This vitamin C, they say they can boost a little bit immunity, but not even close with like vitamin D3 do. It's D3K2 is excellent. Yes, Drajan. Lemon. I eat entire lemon yesterday at night. Onion, yes. For onion, I agree. I have to go a little bit back in my origin, what Balkan do. So I've started not to eat onion this time because I like a lot onion, especially in salad. You know how we eat onion. We eat onion like nothing. Like and share, guys. If you have the question before we start with the topic, long sleep. Maybe because I didn't sleep. Kind and paper. I didn't try this. They said that it's good. Caveman. Maybe I'm gonna take one of these. It's good even for the blood flow. Yeshinakia. I've tried that, but this make me a little bit sleepy. Fish plate have all strong vitamins. Will boost immune system. I believe that. No. Speed up endocrine system kind. Ottoman Jr., where are you from? I'm from Albania. When you get a chance, I was wondering if you could give us some advice on the best Volkodov breeders in your opinion. Or you speak Yugoslavia? No, my friend, I don't speak Yugoslavia. Albanians speak Albanian language. Kosovo, Albanian from Kosovo speak Yugoslavian, Serbio-Croatian language, but not Albanian. Onion oil and honey Have you been sleeping well or as of late? Yes, I sleep late yesterday. No, I'm in America. I'm not in Albania right now. Since I not getting vitamin D3 because the many months I let not using vitamin D3 K2, and I start to be target of virus. That's why. In Brazil, Fila Brasileiro, the best. Fernandes, the best guardian in Brazil. Yes, because you have that breeds. That's why he's the best. But Fila is not from livestock. But for guardian, yes, very good. A little bit aggressive. Similar physique like a Tosa, but not even close with Tosa in other stuff. Yeah, I know it's very aggressive. That's what, when I say a little bit aggressive, it means it's more than normal. And when they are over aggressive, they are dangerous, especially to kids. Okay, it's too soon to talk for the topic because you guys, you have to push me a little bit with question and opinion about this topic so I can start and talk about the disease and the solution. Good luck, cheer. Thanks, God. Do you exercise enough? Blood flow is important. Just routine exercise good. I have been like 6 months without exercise because I was doing regular exercise, push-ups, pull-ups. I was in gym, but I left because of the job and I was doing at home. I had some device, gym device, and I was doing at home. But I have like, I will say 6 months without doing exercise. And that's important too. I agree about your JT Gmail advice. In March, take in March, Ceremus, wild onion, in foreign glands. Blacks, what country are you from? Cheers, from Germany. I'm from Albania, originate. Live in United States. Okay. Swimming is the best for immunity. I don't have time for swimming, brother. I'm busy. I have a lot of stuff to do. So it's not, I don't have too much free time. But it's the blonde football player from the past, you remember? Which one? Alden. No? What team? He was player. In what team? In what club? Play in Germany and Italy. I don't remember. What's the last name? Alden. I don't remember. In what period of time he played football? Guys, when we say about football, we say it about the soccer. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know this player, to be honest. In 19 and 2000. Okay, let me talk a little bit the most common disease in livestock. Or do you want to wait a little bit more? Or you guys have some other question that I can respond? Or some other concern? Damn, I don't feel good today. Blacks, but this is out of my topic, so you have to understand this. Hey, Jam. You get the answer. I don't want to read your comment. Do you want to put me in the test? What I am? Be careful what you are talking about and with who you are talking about. Chief shot a motor. Pietrov. If you can choose a dog breed for pet, what you will choose? For pet? There are a lot of cute dogs. I'm gonna say French Bulldog I like. They are cute. But short breed, those small short breed that are very cute. Are you talking about to keep it at home? Some cute one. Sharp. Funny. Matt is not where you are. Oh. I don't want to give attention to nobody. They're just nobody. They're just, you know what you mean, what they are. Okay. When do Volkodovs and Alibi reach their maximum height? 1 year, 9 month, 1 year old. They reach the maximum in height. And maturity, thickness of the bone, maturity in the skeleton and in the muscle, it's 2 years, 2 years and a half. Without using any other supplement or substance, because for sure if you give some anabolic steroid, they're gonna go a little further to 2 years, 3 years old, but still it's just putting some more muscle. Dutch Hound. Ah, you like Dutch Hound? Ten four. Dutch. How do you feel about gastric torsion and dysplasia in livestock guardian dog? This gastric torsion, especially, they are predisposed in a large dog breed. It's not only livestock guardian dog, and it happens when you have to deal with a deep chest dog, a dog that has deep chest. The rib cage is bigger, and they are predisposed about this. But you have to understand, even the food that you are giving, this dry food, when you give dry food and the dog will drink water immediately, you create like a bloating in stomach, and in that moment there is a high chance of gastric torsion in dogs. Never happened when there is no bloating. Bloating can be two ways: liquid bloating and gas bloating. When do they reach mental maturity? 3, 2.5, 3. 3, it's that they go in the peak. 3 to 5, sometimes 6, but 3 to 5, they are in the peak, in their peak. Does breeding female before she skeletal develops set the bone, or does it keep growing as normal? No, does not. You are stopping growing if you breed early. The growth plate start to calcify because of the hormones of the pregnancy, and because of the pregnancy too. Alibi and Volkodov maturity. Yes, I told you. 3 years old. Some dogs, there are in some individuals that can be mature early, and they are some individual exemplar that can be mature later than this time age. Plex. It's a different topic, my friend. I'm not interested about this player. I'm not a football player, by the way. I understand you. You don't distract me. Just focus on the topic if you have something for the topic. Because my channel is an animal channel. It's not a football or soccer channel. You have to understand this. It's not because you don't bother me. In the moment that you don't insult nobody, you just make question, you just participate, say hello, be nice, you don't bother me. And you don't bother nobody. Just I'm not a fan of football. That's why. I used to watch until 2002. After that, I never pay any more attention to the soccer. My favorite team was Juventus. Okay. China and Korea. I know this. But we are not talking about those dogs. Korea actually breed, not just import. Has import long time ago, in 1950. Korea has the best. South Korea. No one can challenge them about this stuff. What breed of dog do you most often examine and treat in Boston? Pets. Different kind of breeds. Will Roy go back to Russia? Yes, Roy is. I think Roy is in Russia. I have some days that which I did not call my partner. By the way, I will call tomorrow. I think Roy is in Russia now. Because I sent some money for the drivers 2 weeks ago. Because they need a driver, transporter to blacks. What are you talking about, honestly? I don't understand. Prefer shave or brush? I don't understand what you mean, but where in US are you? I'm in Massachusetts. Was he studied in Turkey? Yes, he was studied. Start top location. Blacks, I don't care about what you are talking, honestly. Because it's out of the topic, it's out of what I'm talking about. Roy has a good nature. Yeah, he's very polite. Okay, let me block this guy because I don't like it at all. I don't understand why people come and comment some nonsense. Who will have puppies? What do you mean? Daniel. No. From Turkey, no. We didn't send Roy to get puppy. They just send it because of friendship. How much are your kangaroo puppy? I don't have kangaroo puppy, my friend. The person who had Roy as a stud. He is from Adana in Turkey. He had it for a few months. It was not me that I sent it Roy. It was Tamerlan, my partner, that decided to send Roy. But why he sent it Roy, Tamerlan knows. He said that they need for stud. I say, okay. But what I don't like is the one that asked to get a stud male. And Roy went for a surgery of hips, I think, too. I don't know why. But they go and they did some examination in Turkey about the hips. They did a tomography, X-rays. But Tamerlan didn't decide to do that. I don't know, was the price or he didn't decide. He said that I'm gonna do the surgery back in Russia. So it was his decision about that. That's why. I told Tamerlan about hip dysplasia, and I was afraid about the knee. When I was in Kislovodsk and I was walking with Roy, I said the dog has problem with hips. Dog has problem with the hind leg. Did you ever checked? And he said that maybe he injured the paw, but was not. I said it's not about the paw because I was touching. I test if they feel any pain. No pain. Iglitare. Yes, I know Iglitare. But the name that you said before, my friend, was no no nearby to this name. Does he has chronic pain? Yes, he has chronic pain. But because he is dog that does not express very well, but if you see when he's walking, he feel pain. Is it possible for him to swim often in river for therapy? It is in summer. It is. It is in summer. It is possible. Yeah, blacks, no worry. It's not a big deal. But the name that he was talking about was not even in my mind. That's why. It is possible for Roy to have this hydrotherapy in the river to swim during the summer. I think they need the correction. A surgical correction. But a lot of Volkodops and Central Asian Shepherd Dog, they have those problems of hip dysplasia. A lot of them. But the chronic pain, it's awful. Because they don't express, they can hold the pain. Doesn't matter. If you see how they move, they feel the pain. That's why. In my opinion, I wanted to stop breeding Roy about this problem because they can be heritage to the offsprings. And I've saw some of him, some of puppy. Not all of them. Some was correct, has correct structure in the hind limbs, but some of them present that problem. Present the we call the cow leg. It was not correct about the legs, and I told her I don't like this. Maybe it's time not to breed him anymore. Hello from Kentucky, USA. Did you have LGD? But I'm subscriber. Good to see you. Yes, I have. What is LGD? Is livestock guardian dog. Oh, that's good that you like dogs. We are all dog lover here. If you are a dog lover, a pet lover, an animal lover, you are in the right place. Do I have internet? Can you guys see me? Okay. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the most common disease in livestock guardian dog, and I'm gonna focus more in adult dog. And after you just listened what I have to say about the most common disease, and ask about solution or the treatment or everything. So we have the most common disease in adult livestock guardian dog are the leishmania, which is very common, especially in territory of Eurasia, and when the mosquito is present. Heartworm disease, which called Dirofilaria, which is a worm that target the heart of the dog. uh, and the blood parasites like Lyme and pyroplasmosis like Anaplasma and all other family of those intracell parasites. Those are the most common one. Uh, let's talk about Leishmania. Leishmania transmit by mosquitoes. So if in your area you have mosquitoes and this disease is present, there is a higher potential risk that your dog, your livestock guardian dog, will get this disease. It is in two forms. In its visceral form, which target the liver, and is in the skin form. The most dangerous form, or both of them can be correlated to each other, but it's the most dangerous form is the visceral form, or different in human we call with the name Kalar Azar. That's the disease about this. How Christine, hi from California, South California, hi. And the treatment is very expensive. It's very expensive, the treatment of this, and the dog will remain always not 100% sick, but it will remain like a source of leishmania. So those medication that just put in sleep this disease, it's not 100% curable, but you can prevent. There are vaccines that apply. They give like a 6-month immunity, but we need this. We have this window of 6-month immunity because we have in the period of the mosquito. So we need this. In winter you don't have mosquito. You no need about this. That's what I'm talking about. So you need for the protection and those immunity for 6 months. The vaccine is not cheap, but it is more cheaper than treatment of leishmania. Treatment of leishmania is very expensive, and you're gonna keep your dog with allopurinol to protect the kidney for almost all his life. The second one, Dilophilaria, the same arthropod, which is mosquito, that transmit this disease. It's a deadly for dog. You will not figure it out the disease because they don't show any pathognomic sign, which is specific. You're gonna see a cough on the dog, lethargy, losing weight. Sometimes in the late phase they give fever, which end up with a fatal way. The treatment is expensive, but if you catch in time and you do the treatment, and the doctor will do some tests, especially the ultrasound of the heart, to make sure that those worms, and what treatment they're gonna use, not to have any block in the main arteria like aorta or in the main vein, not to have the collapse of the heart, because it's very important the phase how they treat. So you need to be careful, and in some time they need a surgery, which not all the doctor will take that risk to perform the surgery to remove, because it's like the heart get full with spaghetti. This, I suggest to go in the Google or in YouTube and check about how is the heart full with Dilophilaria. The prevent this disease is more cheaper. I'm gonna give 2 ways. One is the cheapest way for the people who does not has the budget, and the shepherd usually don't have the budget to use Simparica Trio, or other stuff that other company produce, which is the mixed drugs, and which has the derivative of ivermectin, like a selamectin, milbemycin, something like that. But you can use a simple ivermectin tablet every month, which you can find cheap in your area, or you can import from outside. And I suggest at least to do the treatment. The best way that the studies say, it's every month. The best way. They say that the study it's every month because we don't know the phase of Dirofilaria. So every month treatment, once per month, one tablet. Calculate the dosage well of the body weight, because you have to understand. And if you have the right budget, you can go for those expensive chewable treatment like Simparica Trio, for example, that the Zoetis produce, or you have the other stuff like NexGuard, HeartGuard combined together to close all the parasites, external and internal, all the form of tapeworm, roundworms, and other forms. So this is the two deadliest one. Lyme disease. Lyme disease transmitted by ticket. Doesn't has those higher rate of deadly or lethal part in dogs, but I will suggest, because they target immune system, the blood, and a lot of stuff, the dog will be predisposed with liver failure, heart failure, kidney failure. The treatment is with doxycycline. It's considered one of the best treatment. Another one, metronidazole, it's good too. Let me fix a little bit this light. It's good, but you have the vaccines, and the vaccine give a good immunity, like 80-85%. So you just do the vaccines every year. Vaccine is not expensive. But another parasites, pyroplasmosis, like anaplasma, you don't have prevention. You don't have prevention. But it's the same treatment, like Lyme disease. Just the dosage is a little bit different of doxycycline antibiotic, which is very powerful, very good, and very efficient. But we don't have vaccine about these small parasites like anaplasmosis. We don't, but they are not so dangerous for the life of the animal, if we're talking for the adult dogs. But I suggest to treat, not to sleep. There are some rapid tests that your veterinarian doctor can apply. I don't think that are so expensive. If the doctor will decide that you're gonna just take 4 drops of blood or 3 drops of blood, mix it with those antigen, and which has antibody, and they're gonna see the reaction. They are like similar to the pregnancy test, with 1 line or 2 lines, so, or with point showing, because there are tests that are for all 4 diseases, which is for anaplasmis, uh, rickettsia, Lyme disease, and ehrlichiosis. So, and show what your dog has in his blood. If there is all negative, the dog doesn't has. But if the dog would result positive, especially for the Lyme, and you go and repeat the test after 6 months, the dog will remain positive for those disease, because in his blood there are those antibody. So those antibody stay for a long period of time in blood, but there is nothing serious to concern. If you have done the treatment, the dog even after a year will remain positive, based on the test, but is like a false positive. I'm not sure how good I explain about this. Do you think some vaccine could have side effects? Every vaccine can have side effects, but they are important. If you don't do vaccine and if you get disease of, for example, parvo in your puppy, what you gonna say, that I didn't do the vaccine because has side effect? The puppy will has 80% to 90 or 80% to 100%. If it's small, it will die if you don't cure from parvo. If it's from 6 weeks old to 12 weeks old, it's very rare that a puppy will survive without treatment. Vaccine is cheap, treatment is very expensive, because it requires fluidotherapy, antibiotic. Sometimes they give serum with antibody for parvo. So I just give you the example. Don't go too much that the vaccine has side effects. Has side effects. Everything has side effects, but there are some, how to explain, bad stuff or some risky stuff that are needed to do. Don't be too criticized about the vaccines, about the medication. Do you have any other solution? That's what I'm talking about, because many people do so much criticism about vaccine and something like that. But what solution do you have? I have a question for you. Do you have any other solution? Do you think that you have another solution? The medication, the cure, has side effect too. Who told you that nothing has side effect? They can be liver toxic, they can be kidney toxic. They can be, every medication that you get can cause this problem. Even acetaminophen, paracetamol can have problem, my friend. But what you gonna do? You're gonna stay with a headache all the time, for example, or you're gonna stay and hold the pain? So you have to understand this. Side effect everything has, because they have adjuvant, and the most side effect of the vaccine depend of the, not to the virus, but the additive that they have. Anaphylactic shock most of the time in vaccines in dogs caused by the antibiotic that they have inside, which is gentamicin. And this is the side effect most of the time. And they say that some vaccine can be cause of or predispose the body of the animal for tumors like cancer, depend of the additive that they have. had it a case. It's like 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 100,000 dog. They did the Merck vaccine in that dog. And in that place that they did the vaccine, I don't know who did apply. I was just heard the story because I was doing the schedule in another hospital from the same company that I used to work, and was this problem, and the family was report the problem to the MSD or the Merck. Merck is one of the famous company in pharmaceutical company, one of the famous one. And they give money to, they say that we're gonna take an eye on this case, everything is possible, and they just refund. The dog is still alive. I don't know how clear I was about this, but you have to understand, guys, that vaccine have saved millions lives in human medicine and in animal medicine. Save millions of lives. I think I was clear in my question. Lyme disease is very dangerous for dog and human. One of my colleagues, a pediatric cardiologist at the clinic, died of pyroplasmosis. Before that, she had frequent rheumatic pain and heart. Yeah, I know that. It is very dangerous, those pyroplasmosis. Very, very dangerous. Usually when you get a tick, the tick bite you have in the body, and you give the first fever, you immediately you have to go and do the blood work and get the treatment, because there is a higher potential that those tick transmit those pyroplasmosis in the blood. I know very well. Heard the mage, yes, heard the mage. He attacked the heart. He attacked the red blood cells. Yes, and sometimes they are very difficult to treat, like brucellosis. You will never get treat 100% if you get infected by brucellosis. Yeah, you often remove tick from your dog, but you have to understand that the head of the tick stay in your dog. So make sure that your dog that has tick, because if you remove the tick, it doesn't matter that this ticket, the way that you saw the ticket, who knows how many days the ticket stay in the body without you recognize the ticket. Make sure, for example, here in US, after 2 weeks that you have removed the tickets, it suggests to do those rapid tests for Lyme disease and pyroplasmosis, because your dog may have been infected by ticks. It's a higher possibility. It's a higher possibility. Remove the tick, you have done nothing, just remove it physical. And even when you remove, the jaw of the tick stay in the skin. Have you saw that? Have you paid attention? Or with a comb I prevent it from entering the skin. I don't think so, my friend. You don't prevent. You just saw in that moment. You don't know for how long that ticks has been in the body. When you say remove, that is after walk, okay. But there are some small ticks that are barely, they are not like ordinary ticks. There looks like a red one, so they are, because they are different species of ticks. There are some red ones, so you cannot see clear with your eyes. You cannot pay attention because we used to, our eyes is used to be with those most ordinary tick, but there are some small one. I know someone who had a puppy died from parvo. They say it was fully vaccinated. My thought is not, it was not, or it had not had died. Let me discuss a little bit this, because this is very interesting topic. How old was the puppy? First of all, because I have to get a little bit history to do a good judgment, to do a fair judgment. How old was the puppy? Answer that question, Moonshine, please. Drajan, are you doing the Lyme disease in your dog every year? So if someone here in the chat has in their area a common disease in livestock guardian dog, which I didn't mention, I mentioned the most common one. 16 weeks old. 16, it mean 4 months old. 4 months old. What kind of breed he was? Because there are a higher chance to survive for parvo. If the parvo was not target the heart, because there are two forms of parvo, intestinal forms and the heart form. The heart form is deadly. It is very deadly. And we call it the tiger heart, because the heart of the dog, of the puppy, when it's been attacked by this virus, gets some line, gray line of the tiger when we do the necropsy or autopsy. Husky mix. So your friend told you that, hold on a second. So the first vaccine that I suggest, if you get hands in the parvo, it's a single variant vaccine from Pfizer, from Zoetis. Because I said Pfizer, because I think they are part of Pfizer. It's a single variant vaccine, and you can do that in 5 or 6 weeks. You can do that vaccine, no problem. You're gonna repeat after 21 days the second dosage, and after 21 days the third dosage. Because to die for parvo, everything can be possible if the vaccine was spoiled, not keeping in the fridge or something like that. Everything, there are a lot of factors which we can discuss and talk about. why this happened. Yeah, I understand. Still, Drajan, I know what you are talking about. It's not 100%. You are not 100% secure that you see everything. Those tick can be in the chest area. Those tick can be the neck area that your eyes cannot catch in that moment. There are some very small tick, I told you. Is blood 100% deadly? Adele. Stomach bloating? Yes, they say they did it in 3 week series. And who say they died for parvo? So was the doctor that said that died for parvo? Because if the dog had the infection inside the body and you do the vaccine, yes, the vaccine make the situation worse in that moment. There, yes, bloating. Bloating predisposed for the stomach torsion. It's not the bloating single that can be deadly, but it's the stomach torsion, because bloating predispose stomach torsion. And stomach torsion, it's very, very dangerous, painful. We have a stop in blood circulation. We can end up in the rupture of the stomach. So it can be super complicated and it's deadly. Stomach torsion, if you don't catch in the moment, if you see that the dog is feeling too much pain, go to the vet. If the vet will doubt about this, it can make a X-ray or ultrasound or a CAT scan to diagnose about the stomach torsion. He will go immediately in the surgery to fix it. That and they perform stomach pexis, gastropexis. So they stitch the stomach with the wall of the abdomen. They fixate so the stomach not to have that again. It's called gastropexis. They took it to the vet and it died there. It happened even from vaccine. It happened. If the vaccine, for example, was not keep it in the right condition, those viruses are activated and they can cause disease. Too, it happened from vaccine too. But 4 months old has a chance to survive if the doctor will treat. But if you go, for example, in some clinic that just do general practice and they don't take ER cases, the dog will not survive there. You have to go in ER in that moment. If you see the sign of parvo, if you see any diarrhea with blood, lack of appetite, lethargy, high temperature, which are the sign, you have to go in ER, especially in America. In other countries, they treat it everything, just general practice. They treat parvo. They put in But as small the puppy is, the lower chance has to survive. As older puppy, like 6 months, has a higher chance to survive if they catch in time and they do the proper treatment about parvo. But if the parvo attack the heart, the chances are low. Thick with dark color, I understand. I'm talking about because I don't want to go back and forth about thick topic. I'm telling you, it's not bad if you do a thick blood test. Trust me what I'm saying about. Because if you miss one tick, what you mean that tick cannot infect your dog with Lyme or with other disease like pyroplasmosis? Can infect. So I have to skip this because I don't want to go back and forth about you prevent in time by checking the body of the dog. No, it's not work like that. Not 100% of the time you're gonna be vigilant about this. Anyway, the vet even said puppy didn't get properly vaccinated, as the people said. The vet even said puppy didn't get properly vaccinated, as the people said. If they miss it, so the puppy had 3 shots. Because even with 2 shots, I never had it the cases. To see parvo in those dogs. This is my experience. Everything is possible. I don't say that nothing can be happen, but based on my experience, 2 shots that I have done, I did not see any cases to see a parvo, but everything can be possible. Depend even what kind of vaccine they are doing. You have to understand, not all vaccines create immunity in the body. Not all of them. I suppose that here in America they have good quality vaccines. If you go back in Balkan, they have so cheap one that come from China, uh, from Korea, from those, or from India, which are very cheap vaccines. And when we test the blood to count the antibody, they didn't give any immunity in the dogs. They looks like you're doing just the water. And in Albania, for example, based on my experience, I don't know what in other country but I think they use cheap vaccine. In East Europe, they use cheap vaccine for sure. Those vaccine was nothing, my friend. Nothing. And people go buy those vaccine because they are cheap for sure. But in the end, doesn't give no immunity. Yes, 3 shots. So that's why it's odd. And that's why my question is how many shots its puppy actually got. Even vet questioned that. I think was the quality of shot. Or that vaccine was not keeping properly in the fridge, was activated virus. Or maybe they mixed the vaccine, because sometimes they mix the vaccine, they mix the vial, and one client, for example, that used to get these vaccines declined the vaccine They put in the fridge, they keep in the fridge, but when it's mixed, you have to understand, you should not keep more than 12 or 24 hours. You have to throw that. And there is a high possibility that if they do like this and they give you the vaccine, I'm sorry to say it's not professional. They put the health of the puppy in risk. And some of them, just not to lose money, did it. It's happened. It happened. I've saw my own eyes, so you have to understand that hospital, they can say that the interest is to keep the client happy. The main interest is to generate money. This facade of keeping the client happy, I don't buy. I didn't born yesterday. Sorry about to say that. If you know what I mean. I'm not saying that they are not a responsible veterinarian. No. Yes, can be. They can be mistake. We are human. But we understand even this. It is a profitable industry, my friend. And when the money are priority, you understand what I mean. Okay, yes, that is maybe when I went wrong. Yes, there can be a problem of vaccine, the third shot that they did, because after the third shot, how many days puppy showed the sign of parvo? After that, for how long he start to show the sign of parvo, and they went in the hospital? But don't expect that the doctor will explain you, or you think that they're gonna accept the mistake and they're gonna give you the detail of what was happened or something. Like they're gonna protect themselves. So I had the best experience with veterinarians, but that was long time ago, 30 years ago. Tell about that experience. But we talk about parvo, but don't forget December is dangerous too, and December doesn't took the life only of the small puppy. They can, your dog from 6 to 1 years old or even longer can get infected from December, and December it's much more harder. I think I've saw December it's harder in the clinic treatment. It's very hard to treat December. I always took my puppy directly to vet for vaccines instead of buying over the counter like a feed store. Yes, I get what you are saying. That's what I try to be open, but I cannot talk too much here, please. You have to understand me too. And I think I talk more than enough, more open. I don't see that there is another vet in YouTube that can talk as open as I without gloves with you guys. But we have to admit that vets can make mistake, doctor can make mistake too, for a bunch of reasons. Even the vaccine can have problems. It was the day before, but Papi was acting the day before that. What do you mean the day before? He had surgery on the mole on his eyelid, and he had the fifth toe on his hind leg removed. Yeah, but they are not so difficult. Surgical. They are easy one. Very easy. Orthopedic is difficult. Internal surgery are difficult. Abdomen. It's has difficulty. Neurosurgical are difficult. Cardiosurgery is difficult. Those are difficult. Those are really difficult. Not everybody can perform that. You need to specialize about that with a lot of experience. And those surgery are with higher risk. I've been with the same vet for 32 years, but have been at the same practice for much longer. I'm asking when he got sick. When was the last time of him vaccinated? And from the last vaccine that he got, from the last vaccine that he got to the sick day, how many days was between? Orthopedic too. Yes, I mentioned orthopedic are difficult. Orthopedic, ER cases are difficult, trauma, accident with car, they are all different. They are all different and very difficult. Different cases, a lot of different cases. And they have a lot of stress to deal with that. Especially the ER cases. Have you guys saw another disease in dogs? In not only the livestock guardian dog, but in guardian dog in your area, which is very common disease. I'm talking about infection disease. Which I didn't mention. I don't know who is admin in the chat now, but I'm gonna add some admin, which are every time in the live. Drajan, I'm gonna add you admin to check about scabies. Oh, scabies. Uh, it's not so deadly. Scabies. That's why I didn't mention scabies. It's yes, I agree about the scabies, but it's easy to treat. It's maybe need a little bit long treatment, but it's not deadly disease. Scabies is a skin disease, usually from Demodex. It's I'm gonna talk about scabies by the way that you mentioned. It's you did a good that you mentioned scabies. The reason why I didn't mention scabies because it's not doesn't we don't put scabies in the high risk disease that can take the life of the dog. The only one is if you neglect completely, let the dog, and will be cross over another infection, can be predisposed the dog, like bacteria infection. But scabies is easy. You can treat scabies with ivermectin, or you can treat scabies with those chewable like Bravetco, Simparica, NexGard. They can treat scabies very well. So I give the cheapest one, which is ivermectin, or if you go and do the bath, but must be professional, because if you do the bath with those phosphor organic, like amitraz, I can show you, or I can tell you about how to do, because when you do the bath you can buy a spray, mix it in 10-liter water, a cup, 10 milliliter amitraz, 12.5%. Usually it's the amitraz. If you can buy, it's hepatotoxic too, but it's very easy if you just use just for the a bath and dry the dog. So don't let the dog to start to lick his body, to dry the body by licking himself. After do this bath, dry the dog, repeat it 2 times in a 10 days period, and the scabies is gone. No more scabies. Or if you don't have those condition, if you can buy and you can treat with Simparica, Trio, NexGard, Easy, or Bravetco, which is product that the Merck sell. But there are people don't use the name Practic as either. Puppy got sick day before they took to the vet, but they said it was acting often off the day before. I think they say last vaccine was 3 to 4 days. I'm talking about where was the last vaccine, my friend, not before they go to the vet. I'm talking about when the puppy showed the sign of sickness. So the sign of sickness from the last vaccine was 3 to 4 days. So the last vaccine was the problem. The cause of this case of death in puppy was the vaccine, the last one. Before I get sick, he gets sick. So 3 to 4 days before he gets sick. This is what I'm asking. I'm not asking when they go to the vet. When they go to the vet, it's different stuff. When the puppy show the sign of sickness from the last vaccine. What do LGD in Turkey often have blue color on the skin? Pharmaceutic preparation. It's a spray. spray with theramycin or oxytetracycline, but they have blue methylene too. That's why it's blue, because of the blue methylene. It's spray. They use that. Spray for wounds. That's why they have those blue color. Usually those spray can be blue one or can be silver one. The blue one is because of the blue methylene. But the spray contain the oxytetracycline. Treatment for wounds. You're welcome. Was very interesting today. Very interesting conversation. I will just give one advice for everybody here. If you see any cases, any sign of sickness, please, if you are not professional, if you are not doctor, if you are not veterinarian, don't insist by treating the dog by yourself. Your treatment and your Google search do not compare with the specialist, please. Specialist is specialist. Google search is Google search. You have to understand this. Don't do experiment with your dog. Please. This is advice from me to everybody. What you have done and it works one time, don't think that it will work for second time or third time, because many diseases have common sign, common clinical sign. But doesn't matter that is the same case. Can be a virus, can be bacteria, can be parasites, so you don't know either of them if you don't do the test that I requirement to go in the right diagnosis and after to find the right treatment. It got 3 to 4 days after the last vaccine. This was my question, Moonshine, that I was doing when he got sick. 3 to 4 days, it's the vaccine problem. Vaccine was cause of the death in that puppy. Could be a bad administration, could be a miscarriage of the vaccine in the right condition, or could be a spoiled vaccine. Basic what you say, that the sign that the puppy show was parvo sign, and they did a test about parvo, as you said. If they show parvo sign and they did a test, was the vaccine caused that problem. But if they had an anaphylactic shock from vaccine, it's still the cause of the vaccine, that cold chain of vaccine storage. Yes, I told you that miscarriage of the vaccine in the right condition, if you don't keep in a refrigerator well, can be higher possibility of that. Or can be, for example, a broken vaccine from the factory too. It's possible. It is possible. But I think is miscarriage or maybe before the vaccine, before they do the booster, the third booster, they did they check about this puppy could have a temperature before? Because if the puppy has a higher temperature than normal, you should not administrate the vaccine. You should not go further to do the vaccine. It's very important. So there is all the problems. It's because of the clinic, I will say. Was maybe a mistake that the clinic did about this problem. So in this case, nobody is happy. The clinic is not happy. The owner is devastated about the loss of the puppy. So you have to understand. But things happen. Mistake happens. They can be for neglect, and sometimes bad luck happened. But the clinic has to make sure that they gonna keep the vaccine in the right condition in the refrigerator. It's very important. If they mix it, the vials, the powder with the liquid, and they can have a period of time they can keep in the storage in the refrigerator. But if this 25 hours passed, they have to toss the vaccine in the trash, not to use. Because it happens sometimes that some customer refuse the vaccine, and because of they change the mind, they refuse the vaccine, but the technician or the doctor has to prepare the vaccine in that moment. It happened like this. The client was agree 5 minutes ago. After 5 minutes you go to apply the vaccine, the client say, I don't want to do the vaccine. And you cannot force. But it happened. But the thing was that puppy tested positive at the clinic. Puppy can be tested positive even when you do vaccine. Vaccine can give that. Once a nurse at my DS left the refrigerator door half open and they had to throw all the vaccine. Yes. And that's a big loss. Big loss of that's a cost. That's why the technician should pay attention. The nurses has to pay attention. They should not rush. Okay, I'm gonna stay 10 more minutes and I'm gonna leave for today. They purchased those shots from a local feed store. Okay, so it's their problem, my friend. They want to purchase cheap. They want it to be like a doctor. That's the price they pay. That's to be honest. It's required before doing any further examination. Flick Lister, hello brother, hello my friend, how are you doing? Before you do any further, the dog must be has the examination. First of all, checking the vitals are very important before doing the vaccine, and especially the temperature of the body show very well if your dog has any disease in that moment, has any infection in that moment. Sometimes can be elevated because of the stress, but doesn't elevate in those stage that the dog must not do that. And if the dog has higher temperature than normal, it is mandatory not to apply with vaccine, not to go further with this. So you have to skip the vaccine in that moment. But the owner cannot take the vitals, cannot take the temperature. So it's their problem. Flick Lister, where are you from? Where are you from? And after I'm gonna answer my question. Maybe it's the problem with local feed store. Yet it is the problem with local feed store, but the problem is even because are the owner who administrate the vaccine to the puppy. It's not a specialist, it's not a technician, it's not a veterinarian. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to understand this. And maybe the transport of the vaccine from the store, or maybe the transport of the vaccine, yes, from the store to home, they didn't keep with a cooler. Yeah, it's important because if you go and done the vaccine by the vet, is completely the vet that keep responsibility. On what's going after the vaccine. Yes, we always examine the child before giving the vaccine. If we suspect of the disease at the beginning, we postpone the vaccine. Yes, it's very important. Thank you for the input. You are absolutely right. No, I just analyze where is that missing link that create this problem. That's why. That's why I asked you some question to understand and to judge better the situation. What's went wrong? Flick Lister. Say, I'm from India and I'm from Albania. Because I understand that people want to save some money. They try to save some money. And it happened back home in my country. They go and buy the vaccine in the pharmacy. And I have saw one time in the clinic. No, it was not clinic, it was pharmacy. Completely unprofessional veterinarian. Completely out of the profession. was 40-45 degree. Was August season. And what they did, they didn't sell the vaccine to the customers, but they did like this. They prepare the vaccine. So they draw the vaccine, they mix it, and they draw in the syringe, and they give it in hand. And this person has to go at least 30 minutes to arrive at home in 45 degree Celsius degree. I'm talking about Celsius degree, not Fahrenheit. I saw this veterinarian, and I was working in government in that time. And one of the duty as the inspector is to inspect the pharmacy and the clinic. And I say, what are you doing? I say, I sold the vaccine. I say, what do you mean you sold the vaccine? How you sold the vaccine? Yes, I say, I sold the vaccine. Why you prepare the vaccine and you sold like this? I say, it is not your problem. This is my private business. He say, yes, it is my problem because it's my duty to control you what you are doing. I said, because what you are doing, you lose the license as a veterinarian. You can sell the vaccine, but you have to put the vaccine in the cooler in that moment. If you don't have the cooler to give to the owner, it is failure for you. It's your mistake. It's your responsibility. You break the law in that moment. And she was going back and forth. I say, I will report this case. Or do you want right now to call the other colleague and to inspect you and to remove your license? So well, that was completely, I don't know. Some people get diploma which should not get any diploma. But we live in this world. So we have to understand this, guys. Those are some people that breed their 7-month-old Akita that I told you about. Yeah, there are people everywhere like this. It is their problem, my friend. They decide to do like this, and you see what happened when you don't go to the doctor to do the vaccines, and you go take that risk by doing yourself because you can do the injection, doesn't matter. It's not an antibiotic, and even antibiotic can have side effect and can create allergy in the body. So that's what I'm talking about. People like to be a multitask, to do a lot of stuff by themselves. I understand that. There can be some people, they can have those skills, but not in the medical field. In the medical field, you should be very careful because what you are doing is your responsibility, and you have to deal with the loss or the consequence of your action by themselves. And they lost the puppy. Puppy may rest in peace. This is a lesson for them. Next time, I hope they get the lesson, and next time they go to the vet to get the right vaccination and in the right form, in the right way. I think some people should not have animals, for sure. There are a lot like them. They should not have any animal. Because they don't know how to take care about the animal. They are not able. That's why I think should not have any animal. It doesn't matter. You love animals, but if you cannot take care about the animal, why? You have to spend some money by buy the pet. Because you can spend some money buy the pet, but forget that this pet, the cost of this pet doesn't stop here. That you just buy, keep it in the house. Oh, the problem will start. Need vaccines, need treatment, need care, and especially pets need a lot of care. Completely different with some working dog which doesn't care a special care on them. Doesn't need special care. Pets need a lot of care. So we are 10 people. Who is present? They keep silent. So why people keep silent? You guys don't speak English, or you just shy to show themselves in the comment? Kevin, Cash shy. Why shy? You have here. We are not doing nothing, and you should not feel shy. You can share your opinion. You can share cases that you know. Nobody will judge you about this. I don't judge. I'm just judge the situation, not the people. I judge the situation and I'm just give advice what you have to do after this. What should not do. Even if you say something which is not wrong, I'm just try to give the right advice. Live stream is for this, that I as a person to talk with my subscriber. I don't ask nothing. I ask only just to be polite and to be respectful to each other. I don't share the knowledge. I don't ask you, pay me to share the knowledge. No. I do it for free, this. Because I enjoy this, what I'm doing. Just listening and learning, my friend. I always try to watch your live and enjoy having the best information. I'm happy about this. But you have this consideration for me. I try to help as much as possible. To guide as much as possible. If there are people that need to take notes, they can take notes. If they don't listen well the first time, you're gonna ask the question, can you repeat again this? I'm not lazy, and I don't bother. And I like when a person give an opinion which has a lot of value and mean, which somebody just put a problem, which is a serious problem. Those I like a lot to discuss. And to talk. Did you guys get tired of the life? Are you feeling tired? or you just enjoy really? Okay, if none of us here has something else to say or to discuss any problems, and you guys think that life for today is enough, I think it's enough for me too. I enjoyed a lot. I hope I was clean in my message, my knowledge to share with you. Bye. Take care of yourself. Happy 2025. Emiliano, for you and your family. Thank you very much. As you as well, my friend. Is the Alabai and Volkodav the same technical breed? No, are not. Please ask what my Alabai and Malakli breed is, and it is hard to tell them. People ask. Don't tell, my friend. Don't waste your time. Or invite your friends or people that ask you. Invite in my channel. When I'm gonna go live, they can go and ask that question, and I'm gonna dissolve that question. Because people, you cannot give an answer just with one sentences. What's the difference? It's a little bit complicated in those cases. Okay, guys, it's time to go. I wish for everybody. I'm not sure I'm gonna go tomorrow live. Maybe I will. It will be almost the same range of time. I wanted to go today. I invited one friend, which is breeder of Aboriginal Central Asian Shepherd dog, but the person was sick, and she told me, Emiliano, we're gonna go another day together. It will be a good life. I'm gonna make a very good life, and you can ask me, ask her. Thank you again for your words. Always appreciate your knowledge. You are welcome, Moonshine. I wish you all the best. Thank you again. Be blessed, my friend. I will be watching for you as always. Thank you. It will be excellent idea. Yes, it will be. Bye, everybody, and maybe we're gonna see tomorrow.